What's up guys, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time, thank you so much for coming, but if it's your second time or third time or fourth time, I appreciate you always coming here and just supporting me. Thank you guys. Today we're going to talk about one of the craziest dates. I think it's crazy how it went out, so I just want to share it with you, and then I'm going to share a couple of things and something else that I'm working on towards the end of this video. Don't step away, just stay here. So this is what happened. It was a couple of weeks ago. First of all, even before I start this story, is it only me who feels like it's a lot of work when you start a new relationship, in terms of when you are dating someone for like 3 years, 4 years, and then you're used to dating that particular person, and then you guys break up or something like that, and then now you want to start afresh. I find it like it's a lot of work trying to, just the introduction part, like, I'm Christine, I love this, I love that. Like, when you're out there in the market, everyone tries to like hit on you, and not everyone, but some people try to hit on you, and then you're like, every time they're asking, tell me about yourself, like in a day you can get that question like 4-3 times. I just find it like it's a lot of work. So I don't know if there's anyone else who've done this, but I usually copy paste. Like if I was talking to someone or chatting with someone, and then they ask me that question and then I gave them an answer, I'll just go to that message, copy, and then come and paste this other side. Anyway, back to the story. A few weeks ago, there's this guy that I met on my IG. We started chatting, and then he requested for my number, and then of course I gave this guy my number. Then he asked me on a date. The first time he did, I was very busy, so I cancelled, and then the second time he asked, I was like, okay, sure, let's do this. We happen to be living in the same estate, so we agreed on meeting somewhere close to where we live, because there are many restaurants around. So on the D-Day, this guy calls me and tells me that unfortunately we can change the venue to somewhere else, which is some mall that is nearby. So I said, okay, cool. I wasn't sure if there's a place where guys can meet in this mall. So what happened now on the date? I called my friend while I was going up. So I called Mariel, and then I told Mariel, so I'm coming here on a blind date. By the way, guys, it was a blind date because I'd never met this guy. It was just conversation over the phone and all that. So I told Mariel I'm here on a blind date, and I'm just hoping that this guy is not taking me to the place that I'm seeing, because I was seeing some place that was just looking dingy. That's according to me. And then, yeah, so I called the guy. After finishing the conversation with Mariel, I called the guy and I was like, okay, where are you? And then the guy said, I'm seated down here. So it was the place. So I got to the restaurant, and then I saw the guy. He was pretty decent, like he wasn't looking that bad. You know, when I was talking to him, I thought he was going to say that, let's move from here to another place. I thought it was just a place where we were going to meet, and then we moved to another place. I thought wrong. So I sat. And then he told me order for something. I ordered for juice, because that was the only thing I could order in that place. I wasn't sure how the cooking is, because it was very, very dead. Like we were, I think in that whole restaurant, we were like 3 of us. It was just weird. When I was waiting for the juice, of course, we were talking. He was telling me that he's looking for someone to settle down with, and he was hoping that I could be the one, blah, 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 just quite a number of things. And then I was like, so what do you look for in a woman? I mean, like, what are you looking for? So he said the kind of woman, the type of woman that he was looking for, and he felt like I could be that woman. But this other side, I was like, okay. From the moment he started talking, I knew this is not the kind of guy that I want. I think towards the end, he just confirmed it wasn't him. So he told me to order for food. Once my juice came, he told me that, I'm sure you've been running around the whole day, can you just order for something and eat? And then I was like, no, I'm not sure if whatever I feel like eating, we're gonna find it here, because today I was feeling like certain things. So, and then he asked me, which places do you eat from, like which restaurants do you go to? So I started listing the restaurants that I like. I'll go to a restaurant depending on what I feel like eating on that particular day. When I finished listing the places that I like, he said, I don't know if this is weird. That is how he started. I don't know if this is weird, but let me just share with you a story. Because this guy, by the way, was visiting Kenya. Like, he's Kenyan, but he's not based in Kenya. So he was visiting for like 3 weeks, and that was the second week. So he told me that the first week when he arrived, he went to visit a friend. There's someone who was in the friend's house, and that particular person was going through so much, and he gave this particular person money that he was planning to spend during his trip here. So I'm sure you're wondering why this guy was telling me this story. Yes, but I was also wondering too, why am I being told this story on our first date when we were talking about the restaurant that I go and eat from. So he told me that he doesn't believe in going in a restaurant and spending like 1,000 shillings on food, and there's someone else who's sleeping hungry. And then he went on and on and on and on and on as to why he can't go and pay that particular amount of money. So when he was just talking, I was just, boiling with, I just wanted to just tell him straight on his face how I was feeling at that particular time. But I just, thank God I could just collect myself and just keep quiet until he finished talking. After explaining everything, of course, I just told him that, you know what, even in this country, even in the country that we're in Kenya right now, guys were dying in Turkana because of hunger. The government can't even feed all of us. So what makes you think that now you won't treat yourself and take the money that you have and go and help? Anyway, maybe the people who live like that, I don't know, but I just felt like it wasn't nice. Like, it's on our first date. Jesus Christ. Sometimes you just have to treat yourself and just take yourself to a nice restaurant, get food and treat yourself, make yourself feel good. So the moment this guy just started saying that, I was just like, oh God, like seriously? I mean, I just knew there's no way me and this guy can even work, because I love taking myself out. I love going on at least once in a month, dress up, wear heels, look good, smell good, go in a nice restaurant and just treat yourself, get some food, eat. It's treating yourself. You owe it to yourself. You have to love yourself. Like, I feel like, okay, I don't know if the guy loved himself that much, but I don't know, I'm not sure. But if you love yourself, you just have to treat yourself nice. If that's the way he's talking, and the way I love going to places like for holidays, I'm very sure if I get into relationship with this type of man, I will struggle with even my trips. Like, I love traveling, I love good things, I'll work really hard to save and go to these places. Anyway, so he told me to proceed and order for something to eat. I was like, you know what, I just lost my appetite and it's okay, I'll just go home and eat something from my fridge, like leftovers from my fridge. And yeah, so we left the place. There was a supermarket that was nearby downstairs, so I went in there and decided to check a burger because I was really hungry, by the way. I was super hungry. So when I took the burger, went to the counter, the guy was like, let me pay for you. I was like, are you for real? Like, for real you want to? Are you sure? And then, I don't know, maybe that was rude, but yeah, I was like, I asked politely, are you sure you'll be able to pay for it? So the guy said, yeah, cool. So the guy paid for it and then we left. And when I got home that day, it was on a Saturday. So when I got home, of course, Saturdays I usually watch movies. So he called when I was watching a movie. I was actually watching Ciara's interview. So he called me and asked me, did you get home safe? I was like, yeah, I did. He told me to rate the date and I was like, I'm not sure, let me watch the movie now because it's my movie time. I just want to concentrate, so allow me to just watch my movie and then you can talk about the rest tomorrow. So he called me the next day. Not actually, he called, I was away, I didn't answer, and then he texted, I didn't know what to reply. So that's how that date ended. Anyway, after this one, I just said, you know what, Christine, I'm gonna take a break and just focus on myself, because the problem is when you know what you want and you go out there, you see someone, within a few minutes you'll be able to just know if this is the guy or this is not the guy that you want. So even Ciara talked about it in that video and I was like, finally there's someone who feels the same way that I feel. Like there's someone who actually knows, because sometimes I feel like maybe I'm too judgy, because when I see you within the first few minutes I'll be able to know if I can date you or not. Like, it doesn't take me a million times to know, I mean like many hours to know if whether I can date you or not. So when I'm telling you, let me go think about it, I usually have the answer. So anyway, I'll leave the link of Ciara's interview on my description box and then you guys will be able to watch this interview. Please watch it because she spoke about so many things that as women, sometimes you're supposed to just do and live like that. And something else before I end this video, this is the last week of May and we're getting to June. Of course, the year is just flying so fast. As we get to June, I'll start posting 2 videos in a week. The Wednesday videos are going to be like what I've been doing in the last few months, but the Friday ones are going to be Friday fitness, like different things that I do to keep fit. And Ciara being my favorite person, she's very fit, and this is someone that I've been admiring from way back when of course, because of the love of dancing and all that. She's a good dancer and I love that about her. And yeah, so I do a lot of dancing too. Like, I love dancing, and yeah, so I think it's time you see some of my dancing skills. And any other, going to the gym, yoga, any other activity that involves the body, I'm gonna be posting on Fridays. So the first time I did a story, I've never done this before. So if you enjoy such, please just let me know. Once in a while I'll be dropping them, but again, that was just one crazy date I went to. There's some very nice ones that I'll talk to you guys about, especially the guy that I dated before being single again. Thank you so much for watching my channel. If you haven't subscribed, kindly just press the button, and if you like this particular video, thumbs up, and don't forget to share with a friend. Kisses.